On the first day of some nondescript politically correct winter holiday, my true love gave to me a FedEx box sent from Texas. What's up, everybody? I'm Noah from PhoneDog.com. Happy winter holidays, whatever you celebrate, whatever you believe or don't believe in, whatever you don't celebrate, whatever. You know, happy late December is all I'm saying. I hope that you and your family and friends are happy and healthy and enjoying life. And if you're not, I hope that you get to very soon. And best wishes from me and the entire Phone Dog family in 2010. Best wishes from Nokia also, who sent us the N97 Mini. Even the box is mini. Look at the N97 box compared to the mini box. And even the box is let's get this thing closed up so you can see. But even the box is mini. The whole thing just screams mini. I'm sorry if I seem a little subdued right now. I think I'm suffering from post-holiday sleepies. Look at that. Box is small. It's the N97 Mini, the mini version of the N97. I'll be frank, the N97 in my estimation was a train wreck. Just hard to use, bulky, just didn't like it. I've heard good things about the Mini. Psyched to check it out, so thanks to the good folks at Nokia. I'm sure I'm still pronouncing it wrong. Nokia. For sending this one over. The American version with the American 3G banding. Man, look at me, box fail. There we go. Inside the box, you get another box. There's your phone, the N97 Mini. We'll get to that a little more in a second. Let's get the battery in and let it fire up while we're opening up the rest of the box. Much better battery cover than the N97. I broke the battery cover when I first tried to replace it, and I felt like a fool. And then I looked online and saw lots of reports of other people who broke the battery cover in the same way. The Mini has a metal battery cover instead of plastic, and a much simpler, easier to use system for opening and closing it, so that's good. Of course, now I can't get the actual battery in. There we go. Yeah, see, that's how a battery cover should be. It just snaps on. Of course, now it's not shut. Oh, let's put a SIM card in. Anyway. So we'll let that fire up for a second. I felt a vibration. There we go. Also in the box, they recycle. That's good. You get a micro USB to USB data cable. You get a micro USB based charger. You get a stereo headset. So you've got your inline microphone, music remote control. This is a fancy remote control with your in-the-ear earphones with a couple different tips. I didn't even have to open that. I could just take that right out. Look at all these buttons on the remote control. Little clip, rocker switch, call cancel switch, media controls. Very nice. 3.5mm headphone jack. You also get your OV Suite software, your Stop in the Name of Love 800 numbers, 888 number to call if you're having difficulties, your warranty information, and your mini user guide. Trying to be a little neater, a little more organized. Preparing for my New Year's resolution. I know it's not going to last, but you know, it's good to try anyway. No, it's going to last. I'm going to do it. So here's the phone. We'll take the protective film off. I'm going to reseat this battery cover because it's bothering me that there we go. Terrific. Alright, so here's the phone itself. It's a resistive touch. Get this, just the beginnings of getting it set up. They never have Oakland in here. Nope. San Francisco they always have though. Of course, I don't know what it just told me, but that's okay. We are... I don't know what time it is. What time is it? It's too early. Alright, so here's your home screen. All kinds of shortcuts and widgets, your OV store, your maps, your internet, your email, your Facebook, your music. And then you slide the phone open. Which way are we sliding here? There we go. Slide your phone open and you've got your full QWERTY board on the bottom there with the offset right keyboard. So quick tour around the phone. On the front, of course, you've got your touch screen, you've got your proximity sensor, your ambient light detector it looks like. You've got one hardware button and then two soft touch buttons for call connect and cancel hang up. Up on top, you've got the power lock switch, you've got a 3.5mm headphone jack. On the right side, you've got a rocker switch, you've got a dedicated camera button. On the left side, there's your USB port. There is, maybe that's the, yeah, that's the lock switch. That switch on top doesn't lock, but it goes power and profiles. Looks like a little lanyard hole, lanyard port, maybe? Or those are speaker cutouts. I think those are, maybe those are speaker cutouts. Nothing on the bottom. Oh, there's your lanyard port. Whoops, there's your lanyard port. These are speaker cutouts, there's your lanyard port. And on the back, 5-megapixel Carl Zeiss autofocus camera with your, looks like dual LED flash, metal battery cover. There you go. Quick look next to Big Brother, and much smaller, the N97 Mini. They also changed the orientation of the little labels. So when you pick up the phone and look at the little labels on it, it looks like it's meant to be held, you know, the long way, as opposed to this one, which wants to go the short way. Not that matters. But anyway, very similar in design and everything. Just Mini, and so far I like the Mini much better. Just the physical form factor seems better. On the keyboard you lose, well, it's interesting because you lose the D-pad on the Mini, but you get 4 directional cursor buttons, and they're over on the right this time instead of the left. Interesting. The keyboard looks like it might be more usable because it's centered and kind of takes up the length, the whole length of the phone. So if you hold the phones next to each other, even though the Mini is a little bit smaller, the keys actually look like they're larger because they ditched the D-pad, and then the keys are spread out over the whole width of, I said length before, the whole width of the body of the phone there, which just makes it look like it's going to be much more usable. And keys a little bit larger. They seem to be a little bit less flush mounted than the N97s here on the left. The Mini, the keys are less flush mounted, which is good in my book. And they have a little bit, they're a little more textured, a little more grippy. So hopefully will make for a little bit better of a dining experience. No, not dining, of a keyboard experience. Looks like you don't get the kickstand that you get on the, oh no, there's no kickstand on this one. That was the N900. Sorry, never mind. You don't get the sliding lens cover that you get on the full N97, but that's okay. So we'll do a quick message here to test out the keyboard a little bit. Pretty good. I didn't mean to type 3 Christmas tree, I meant to type the Christmas tree. But I wasn't really watching, so I don't know what happened. But the keyboard feels pretty good on first type. And so there you go. Quick first look at the N97 Mini from Nokia. Sure I'm pronouncing that wrong still. And off the top of my head, you know, first impression feels much nicer than the original N97. But the thing about the N97 that really bugged me wasn't, well, the keyboard bugged me for sure, with the, you know, the layout, and it was hard to type on and stuff. But then also just the software was maddening to me. So we'll have to see how the software on the N97 Mini performs. But definitely form factor wise, I do like it better. So, you know, my hopes are, I'm cautiously optimistic about at least a little bit of a better response to this than to the full-on N97. So there you go. We'll have much, much more on the N97 Mini. And, of course, the N900 I've been testing. Got some more coverage to do on that one. Nokia's first MIMO 5 mobile computer. Yeah, it's hard to call it a cell phone because it's more of a mobile computer that they tacked a phone onto than a full-on phone. But anyway, much more on that and all the new Nokia stuff. And whatever comes out next year, starting off with coverage live from CES 2010 in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'll be out there with Adriana, Aaron, and John starting on January 6th, which is soon, which means I got to go and go back to bed, get some rest before I have to go out to Las Vegas. Much more on all that stuff over on phonedog.com. Till then, thanks for watching. My name is Noah. We will see you later. Bye-bye.